Good morning. I'm Brian Downs. This is a Republic if you can keep it. I'm coming to you from Orlando, Florida on the 11th of May, 2025 in the AM. I'm here to discuss the future of the Trump administration. They're doomed. Terrifying as they are, they cannot succeed. Let us keep that in mind. Which does not mean, by the way, that we should not be vigilant. It does not mean that they should not be battled. Obviously, it is the battle they will lose. But this cabal, which commits its crimes in broad daylight, which is composed of equal parts malfeasance, incompetence, and dementia, which is staffed by morons, idiots, and pathological liars, Pete Hegseth, Caroline Leavitt, the president himself. And let's not forget, of course, people who in the past have spoken out sharply against Donald Trump's filth. People like Marco Rubio, people like J.D. Vance, but who have been transformed by their addiction to power, who once offered a prominent position, grabbed it with both hands, and flipped their brains over 180 degrees. These also are the fools and the liars and the thieves who commit their crimes in broad daylight. What can possibly be the result? Well, much damage, much suffering, much strife. Of course, shelves are going bare here in America because of Trump's idiotic tariff. Ukraine's fate balances on a razor's edge because of Trump's stupidity. I can go on. But that's the good news. This is me. This is my good news face. There are two possibilities. American democracy dies and we plunge into 10,000 years of darkness as a species, which I think is unlikely. Or the administration disintegrates. How can it possibly carry on? How can an administration that in barely more than 100 days has crashed into at least 100 scandals and crimes and gaffes, that has created battle with our closest trade partners, with our longest and most loyal friends, which has betrayed everyone who ever voted for it by vaporizing trillions of dollars in wealth with its insane trade wars. How can it carry on? It cannot. The only question is, how much more shall we suffer? The only question is, how many more jobs will be lost? How many more alliances fractured? How many more great endeavors stalled? And yes, it's been said before, and I'll say it again here. How did this happen? Astonishing that we would re-elect Donald Trump. But of course, here's something that must be said. Donald Trump was not re-elected by his supporters. There weren't enough of them. He did not win the majority of the vote. He won a plurality. This was not a success by MAGA. This was a failure by Democrats. Approximately 8 million people who voted for Biden in 2020 voted for no one in 2024. Here's a fact that we have to embrace, and when I say we, I mean our species. More, I mean Democrats, because I'm not a Democrat. You're the only political party that could lose to Donald Trump, the criminal in clown shoes, 2 out of 3 times. Think carefully on that. Think about how you need to adjust the message. So many Democrats I know have said, well, you see, the problem is MAGA is stupid. The working class, that's who we, the Democrats, wish to help. Well, you're not getting that message across, are you? And then you say, well, it's because they're stupid, or maybe it's because you're stupid. If they're so dumb, how is it you can't persuade them? So, that dose of medicine having been swallowed, Trump's administration cannot possibly survive. If he gets to the midterms without being impeached or removed from office by the 25th Amendment as his brain disintegrates, we see everywhere in the polling numbers, he is catastrophically unpopular. His approval with the base that reelected him or helped to reelect him is plummeting. If you are a conservative and you care for the future of American conservatism, Donald Trump torpedoed it. He will fail. His syncophants will fail. And you'll have just handed the American government to the Democrats. Donald Trump is not the winning ticket. He's going down. We must hope so. We must do everything we can to make that happen. Contact your congressional representatives. Demand that Trump be impeached for any of his numberless impeachable offenses. Pick any illegal executive order. The future is without Donald Trump.